Ghana afemu akwaba enfamra Globe TV yasan ba we Ghana Premier League match day 21. Ghana Premier League match day 21. When you are standing games ahodo e kam no and Ghana Football Association for teams yenyi fa free ho weekends and midweek na afi intim pave way enfama other games ya kan no. Very big game and about screen so and away Krobia Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO and afi BEREKUM Chelsea and the Pokemon Warriors against BEREKUM Chelsea for no Sankra and a game no ebeko na ultimate sampa ebe very big, difficult game pa and eba so and event no for message ni bra na yen kan emfama hwan and I was say Krobia Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO and as BEREKUM Chelsea for no and ebe say o de ba fabrantem na yen kan entem emfa amount ntin Kotoko na na anas BEREKUM Chelsea for no and say medin and Osman Haruna me and ameti adwom na no mbehwe ama bia akonkan kama pa anche bia Ore fence Dr. Ike Babe Kamehon Mr. Isaac Amponsa no Babe Kamehon man no ya din kuma na fi ya fact ne kwa sana fact no kan the fa game between Kotoko and afi BEREKUM Chelsea sanse we see hu kra before the game no and so asase what I say we see hu answer game no asase once again me din and Osman Haruna Jeffers mixture and afi P Caps Sadaroma omo ekremu din ne pa na game no eba live on Globe TV and watching us no Intercity STC coaches almost no Omadaro Manafe bet power munyina kan ho bi and afi Jeffers mixture and afi P Caps Sadaroma and a game na live on Globe TV ne game no Krobia Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO and afi BEREKUM Chelsea very big game Dr. Prosper Nat Oguma against Samuel Buadukufi why na game no onya 3 maximum points no entimre pam no ye behu sene be kono for message ne bra na yen kan emfa ema fa brantem na yen kan ntem emfa ema enti ba ntem na enso be kan ntem e dia mo betuma join show no so e wo Facebook no mo yenko na yenko fa pre-match discussion watch ne be ba na be to aso e dia ma
Of course, this is another Ghana Premier League game. This happens to be an outstanding game between Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO and then BEREKUM Chelsea. Coach Prosper Nate Ogum against Coach Samuel Buadu. What a clash and what a game this is, of course, going to be. As we wait for the coaches, I will have a bit of an interaction here, and I'm going to be speaking with Daniel Dangana just as we wait for the coaches. But the breaking news is that Asaka Dauda seemed to have picked up an injury during the warm-up, and so for now he has gone back into the dressing room and wouldn't be part of this particular game. So our coach is on his way, and we'll have him in the pre-match very soon. We'll take his view on the entire game and also how he feels that things are going to go and how interesting, of course, this encounter is really going to be. It's always exciting when these two top coaches meet on the dugout, and this afternoon I feel wouldn't be an exception. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Coach, this is of course a difficult game that you guys are about to play. The fact that you guys know that a win here can take you to the top, does it change anything in terms of preparation and also the mindset?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you know when you win, you are going to the top. I mean, it makes your mentality to be in a different level, because you need to know that you need to do the right things on the field in terms of technical execution, in terms of tactical decisions. We need to be spot on, because anything short of that will mean that we cannot play the way we want to play, we cannot create the chances, and we cannot score. So mentally, I mean, it's also good for us.
Coach, your opponent this afternoon, you guys have given us very interesting encounters over the past few years. You've played against his team so many times. How does it feel to play against teams managed by your opponent, Coach Samuel Buadu, this afternoon?
Very interesting. As I've said before, and I will always say, he's a good coach. He knows his job. He's so passionate about what he does, and he's always in the mood of win, demanding so much from his players. So it makes, when you meet him, you also have to make sure you put your house in order. So it's always interesting to play against him.
Which the last one, some players have recovered from injury and others were not also on the lineup and also the bench, like Isaac Minta, and also we've seen Saka walk down the tunnel. Any news on that?
Yeah, for Isaac, because we have only one defender on the bench, so once Ablo was ready, we decided to let him go out, and then we'll bring Ablo in so that we can have 2 defenders on the bench. For Saka, just as the warm-up started, I mean, he just twisted the ankle. He already complained of a little pain there that was just minimal, but then I think he twisted it and it has worsened. So per the medical team's observation of the situation, they advised that we'll let him go out. So he's not going to take part anymore in the game.
Wish you well, coach.
Thank you.
That was Coach Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum, the head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Daniel will join me for just a few takes on this particular game. Stephen Amankona is back to where he seemed to was never being appreciated. Let me put it in that context. How do you feel about this game, Daniel? You followed BEREKUM Chelsea here over the weekend. They played in the FA Cup and now they are taking on Kumasi Asante Kotoko once again. Samuel Boadu is also another factor. Whenever he plays here, he doesn't lose. Your take on that?
To be honest, it's a big game and a lot of things are involved. You know, whatever it takes to describe a big game, you have to do to this one, because we are talking about 2 teams with quality. We are talking about 2 coaches who knows how to do it. We are talking about 2 coaches who are winners. And these 2 coaches have been the Pep Guardiola and jogging club of our time in the Ghana Premier League. So the rivalry.
Yes, I am being pretty much discussion about so with na coach. I have said Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum na on Robert Edin come watch game no dey kwa bia so mu din konim ema enoma koyi mo san say on person ko gisoro ho boss come up ema bibia koyi ni mo no games ahodo a pass so enne na afi ochina no say na ho nsem city enra ebi ba so enra na utimi sampa enra 2 games ene ba so na nya fadi agrokra enra media man afi bobo ko fence bibia ne go stars from ina si form enra obia edin konim 2 goals to 1 bibia ne go stars front na film almost say 2-1 over club fence Heart of Lions NFA Medium Sporting Club and so winning 2-1 over Bobo fence Baseke Holy Stars and the games are course near Diana Stars airball editia Young Apostles na Asante Kotoko sa game on be in life amonya biahwe ono ball editia BEREKUM Chelsea Dreams FC and it became ball na Carola abo editia Legon Cities Vision FC and Samates nebo na fi House of Folk and Bobo fence Nations FC and nyame adum china ena sa game no baso entino sa ena ho nsem city na medium komo edema so and then 5 games ena baso na nimum the eba live on Globe TV abanya biahwe no Asante Kotoko versus BEREKUM Chelsea Dr. Ike wa mamenko na fi mana kwa aba na yenso ase ni nkomo ni he den kwa na fact no kan edifa ene game no fact no say esan say a very big game ena baso yi na awose ehu say hwan na she fact no kwa hwan na o support ne ne toda na fat untim se utiti fat na utimi se or support team way fat no support team way and na behwe eye Kotoko ana se BEREKUM Chelsea ne mo no so for message ni bra na menkan from Crown sana first half no kwa no akwa hebi Dr. Ike good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Osman.
Sapumbo kodi
Radi gusu shame na mpacho nso
nyame adome nso ho ye pa
ye da radi ase
sanity anasu ya saba
sanity
Ghana Premier League sana kwa so bokode
radi adom kwa so boko
ye da ba dia so pa
Monday 21 standing
sanity na and Robbie Paso Bibiani Gold Stars winning 2-1 over Bobo and Heart of Lions na fi Media Man so winning 2-1 over Basake Holy Stars na mo no emerent ni nin komo ewo ene feature game aba be yi no ye Asante Kotoko against BEREKUM Chelsea timre ni bi ka na fi ya hwe other games na aka no very big game na eba so Baba Yara Park ne so enyina nim sese Kotoko ne BEREKUM Chelsea shia na kraka match yi pa omo abakosem in terms of see ton players kra no amanfo bi ta ka se Kotoko kra no ana BEREKUM Chelsea anes na Kotoko ana so anes na BEREKUM Chelsea for no esan se nya a lot of players ma free BEREKUM Chelsea adwane Kotoko eba na sa utimi se anyanko fa bi yedai edo munte but eba na se gina park no so body ya na brebia no bi antwema nyanko then the facts no I can the first game we.
Well, a big game because between these 2 teams, Omo Etimaje Ghana League 25 times. Asante Kotoko aje 24, and BEREKUM Chelsea aje 1. Okay. Omo 2010-2011 champions. Okay. So omo mienu hyase so omo si akan o Ghana a Premier League mu from the 11th of January 2009 na no your Monday 6 of the 2008-2009 league season and over from Samrena BC and Neya omo etimasia esiakan 27 times from in the Ghana Premier League
from Samrena BC and Neya. Okay.
From omo first encounter madikan ede ehon samadan wono eba BC and Neya no omo sia 27 times in the Ghana Premier League.
Yes, net count 28.
28th time omo etimasia in the Ghana Premier League and over previous 27 Asante Kotoko the home side edin kunim 10.
Okay.
Watimi as 23 goals and wati over Berekum Chelsea wadin kunim 8 as 24 goals and a 9 atimi ayende in the draw.
Okay.
There's a way and omo meetings when it come to Ghana Premier League and Sekotoko a host to Berekum Chelsea. Berekum Chelsea edin kunim 3 times out of the previous 13 visits why our Asante Kotoko home ground.
Kotoko TV
Na always can be Berekum Chelsea.
Okay.
Berekum Chelsea edin kunim 3 times. Our Kotoko home grounds from the previous 13 meetings omo etimi asia of which emu 2 and in the draw and Berekum Chelsea lose 8 almost 10 goals and omo conceded 16 from previous 13 visits omo dey kopiem our Kotoko home grounds and the last time Berekum Chelsea etimi record a win our Asante Kotoko home grounds and no etimi ekoso in the 2022-22nd of May then no 2021-2022 league season on the 80th minute and our brandy a friend of Kevin Obin inya the only goal and by then the Berekum Chelsea airbo 10 against 11 where a brandy na a friend was say Owusu na yetimi am a red card on the 68 meter free I can see them and a Berekum Chelsea from 10 goals and as a 10 players no utimi edidim kunim over Asante Kotoko nti esan say omo wadi osin and as almost ya kan was several games but because a league into no ye narrow discussions to just league meetings it's an say enche omo bi enu kura bese hia another fixture for FA Cup and also so ewo in terms of say ye the current form of teams in the mienu no Asante Kotoko over the last 4 games in the Ghana Premier League no omo eyo unbeaten omo lose bi omo etima bo omo homodi omo win 2 a draw 2 as 4 goals a concede a goal na over the last 4 games for Berekum Chelsea nso so na over man so omo nso etima din kuni mienu ena enu achi no omo etima draw baako a lose baako as 7 goals a concede 3 goals it tells you the nature of game ye timi ade akopem so and it's an say Berekum Chelsea a side base in Bron any half region from the 2021-2022 league season Asante Kotoko a host to teams on base or that region the modern mono ASA watimi about 14 home matches within that period winning 10 drawing 2 losing 2 and then scoring 20 goals and conceding 9 goals then just say we either near Berekum Asante Kotoko tier teams based in Brown Halfo and over Ashanti regional teams Berekum Chelsea in away games within that same period what to be about a total of 8 away games away 4 a lose 4 and which was 6 goals a concede 11 goals and so now where your Monday 21 since 2008-2009 league season the ma say 11th of January 2009 your first official league game no yenya Asante Kotoko Berekum Chelsea fixture apie Monday 21 da
since 2010-11
2008-2009 omo sha say so omo si akan Ghana the top right league no omo enya Monday 21 fixture da ebre di kan omo mienu sia Monday 21 ni
mati yesa ba na ya ba beto aso afi hono mo Jeffers mixer and FP Caps Sadaroma and game no air live on Globe TV in Timesro se bora heba so bi a pharmacy bia o cause me pe Jeffers ni bia na ebu opa na adua kagina mu yi na kan wasam e dia ma wo bema wa emre won paso bema sabi wadwuma ye won paso aba fom pa mesero se ma wonsa enka Jeffers mixer and FP capsules ni bi na bibia enkoye kama emfa ema na de etenso bi wo ha ono oba na from pass see na ho asana no obu a ne ho asana ne mom ne ho ajojo no ye wo different between ho asana na fe ne ho ajojo no enti mesero pa se ma wonsa enka Jeffers mixer and FP capsules na emwa na enka wasam emfa ma pa eno wachi no so no obu a ese gonorrhea na achi no gonorrhea na abu papa na si ade no enamonten wo ayese bobo no we pass ma we na we pass ma we sa enti mesero se ne no wakodi agrubi akafa gonorrhea abafia Bora heba shop okwa ma sanka G fast mixer ne bi na afi P capsules no fire wadu na no pa wi anumre sa obon sampa beboa na afi ayi how bia fru so how bia woni paduam bia gonorrhea bia woni paduam bia no ebe hye mo ya secret fru so na wonya ofa hu de ma bia so akonkan kama pa e de ama gonorrhea nti ama odwun so ntentem pa obi wo so odwun so esa wo chim ansna odwun so na ba obi wo so odwun so ahwie no otenka woni paduam so asa dwun so ne bia kam mesra wo sama sanka G fast mixer and if a P caps na bibia nko kama emfa ema eno achines no wo be man iPhone and san di be ma boss prekese no mesra wo sama san enka G fast mixer and if a P caps na bi wo yo ba na ohwe me ana be ma team na to drift mo oba na on no e san so wonni tifi na obu ni san ya na okom no ya na ya homete pa mesra wo se to G fast ma no na onom na fe enyi pains no e wa bra obu ni san sabo de wo se ba wa ya say ama ya na ensense mebre ne di akiri eba so ansama nko anti mesra se to G fast ma na onom na enyi pains no emfiri bra obu ni san mu eno achine so sabo no emayi 1 month obu ni san prensa mesra se ebibi na ama na basa obi won so mantie o mi so obu ni san wi a before so besa obu ni san mi se bia another 3 months later kra as na wasa obu ni san biem eba sa na moja ne bobo ano na ato yade kese bi edi amount mesra se ne no ma won san enka G fast mixer and na fe P capsules ne bi oba afo na say ha adwen pa oba Ghana ha ne yete no sa wo ware na say wudi bosom be nsia ekọ afi ba akọ na chese ye hu so onima pages aba oba wo de ha adwen enti ne mesra pa se ma won san ka G fast na emu na yade bia woni paduam be ne ntu ase emfan firi so na enya ofa hodie Dr. Ike na yade na akwakọ se bobo no we pass my way na we pass me na say Ghana fo na ha ba no ya so ode ho obi wo ha che say nya so ode kra ade aba what I say obi oji say obi ge esa o another boy sa ho obi boy sa o na ge o nti okofa free ha na wa chama we santi de bia yade na na mountain sa e ba say ha dwen nti mesre say otobia nka be kra wo ge be fo a tomo bia na asie ntumfiri mo so nyesa wo nkwa anom na say kwa wo be sa akosi akwa ba bi akusia for fancha me awie yesa me dem ye example
so ubo mu din keke na
and cancel others nti fancha me say bo mu din cancel sanity but wo kan sana ay kama yesa mra afi ye meto aso fa bia wo de see no
sana na me kan say we breed kan ya teams ni mienu Asia format day 21 since 2008 2009
okay.
But Asante Kotoko host to a team from Berekum on Monday 21
okay.
In the Ghana Premier League. That was against Berekum Arsenals in the 2002 league season. And Asante Kotoko edi nkunim 2-0.
Okay.
Asante Kotoko edi nkunim 2-0. Nti na washadon so. And from 1999, Asante Kotoko etimi abono ho modern a wabo a total of 12 home matches on Monday 21. Awini 8. Etimi draw 2. And then wachi 23 goals a concede 10 goals. Na ohwe Berekum Chelsea nso so afam no nso bo Monday 21 away games no. Berekum Chelsea nso so gusu a o kire no bobra 4 games wa win 1 a draw 2 a lose 1 as a goal and wa concede 2 goals. And one thing na osma clear na say se Berekum Chelsea kwa away on Monday 21 no shego a oto aso di nkunim.
Berekum Chelsea call away game na a match day 21 or twaso din kunim.
Twaso din kunim.
Okay.
It's say the only time or say go on Monday 21 odin kunim.
Okay.
And where some kunim die no nso a coincidentally na ya against a team based in Ashanti region.
Okay.
Ya King Faisal.
King Faisal.
So that Berekum Chelsea ba league from 2008. No ntimi nin kunim Monday 21. Until so meet King Faisal in the 2021-2022 league season.
Okay.
Until I just say, I don't know a weapon. You could Berekum Chelsea or the air cosa brantia a year. Steven, among Kunabetimi, I could gym na or the Serge Mediano, I could do Jumadia. That's just say, Vivian Soho. And Osman Sunday award the month of April. Young here Asante Kotoko the fee na OC kind in the month of April since 1999. Where Timmy about a total of 10 home matches. RN 7 on and wabo and only against a brown half teams no where team about total of 10 games RN 7 a draw 2 a lose 1 as a 20 goals and then what concede 7 and the only team within 1999 what team adim kunima na so base to brown half what dim kunima Asante Kotoko home grounds Neitima wa withdraw from the league Asia chairman bra omo ekodi kunima 11th of April 2024 so we are brown half teams as against Asante Kotoko. Now, over in all, Kotoko Ebo on home in the month of April. No, where Timmy Arena 22, a draw 10, a lose 9, as 63 goals, and then we conceded 34.
Say, or boo fee in the month of April. Now, what the
wedding. The wedding.
Now, what this would
even against more half teams, the wedding. The only team I want to for win is Suatreman. And what you have BEREKUM Chelsea from 2008 OBPA League. Now we matches in the month of April. BEREKUM Chelsea at me are only 2 games away. We draw 5, I lose 17. As a 21, I conceded 42 goals. Wow. And out of this number, I must say, and against teams based in Ashanti region. BEREKUM Chelsea about 5 games within that period. I win 1, I draw 1, I lose 3, and then watch 2 goals, I conceded 5 goals. But the sign clear. I will say, BEREKUM Chelsea go away in the month of April. No, only Ashanti regional based club and able the BEREKUM Chelsea Shegua on Lusu.
Or Sego
Onya Segua or Lusu, the West S of Epeke draw. That is the data a BEREKUM Chelsea coming into the league since 2008 and the Wakurasa record or the air juma. But teams see me meetings in the month of April since BEREKUM Chelsea BPA League no. On Asante Kotoko we about the 3rd time or Asia in the month of April. But one thing I clear and say teams see me previous meetings in the month of April no. Obia hosted the young Kudim Kunim.
So be a hosting young Kudim. Yeah. Your Tiffy Bobiano.
Edim Kudim. It's Asante Kotoko a host to BEREKUM Chelsea on 11th of April 2021. As a BEREKUM Chelsea 2-0. They made the 19th of the 2020-21 league season. On 14th of April 2023, BEREKUM Chelsea a host to Asante Kotoko. As Asante Kotoko 3-0. They no a made the 14th of the 2022-2023. Until from that data alone, so trend now be follow. Then Kotoko so dim kunima BEREKUM Chelsea ne. And obedim kunima also mubia so dim kunima. Ne young kunin team in fabo on tonet.
And I san cry over 1.5 goals.
Sounds here over 1.5 goals. That has been the data. It is about to us what. Let's just say I don't know. You share in terms of the match date. 2nd of April. Asante Kotoko last 3 games on the match date. No, 2nd of April no. Kotoko etnas on 2nd of April 2000 marking Faisa Eshene Kabako. Then only a mad 5 of the 2000 league season. And which is 2nd of April 2017 Kotoko ene inter allies and it me at the PM so mad 9 and my game no and day goalless. And then which on 2nd of April 2023 Kotoko Eshe RTU 4-0. Then we are mad 25 of the 2022-2023 league season. Tena say eba Kotoko the last 3 games in association football outcome ni biya na nsa me akami wa we ne baako a draw baako lose baako as a total of 4 goals a concede a goal to me is all final average or share goal per game. We have BEREKUM Chelsea nso so a the record they kura on the match date since 2008 and say oboli game biya o share goal. 2nd of April, BEREKUM Chelsea game biya wabo league nim so far e biya no bo a o shego. Na as to say e betimi asen ato so bra ene Steven Amankuna ene ni nuanom e betimi akoginem na omo etimi akoto entena na so obekọ akoto atena e wo ho. But na e clear ne say wo he previous ones na BEREKUM Chelsea e ball back on 2nd of April 2017 Chelsea eshe team my friend House of Folk 1-0 on Monday 9 in the 2017 league season. Then on 2nd of April 2023, Great Olympics Eshe Kamienu Emma BEREKUM Chelsea team Bako. They made the 25 of the 2022-2023 league season. The meaning BEREKUM Chelsea have scored in each of the previous games were on the match date. The last teamer ono etimi obesu obron hafo na okodi nkunim ewo Asante Kotoko home ground score so 26 of March 2023. Na no yamade 25 bra in Suatreman and a share 2-1. And the last time BEREKUM Chelsea so kwa win away game a side based in Ashanti region. There no a team a friend Nations FC. Na Nations unbeaten since Oba League them no. BEREKUM Chelsea and it me take pain no e could break it that unbeaten run no. Ma e free hono teams na kan so e follow ya omo so e de echo edimu. That was 24th of November 2024, Monday 12 of the ongoing league season. Courtesy Abrante Freno, Steven Amankona ono anytime ekose sa goal no na on some point for share say game yumra so you know om dey say Wednesday about the day Wednesday since 2008 2009
Over Wednesday the so ma say among 4 person mo dey be see Wednesday ho what dey say ma say among 4 person mo dey be see
ho na asem no
because na Wednesday me ka Wednesday bi a ba ko ball game na me hwe pa na ko say the among 4 steady pa person mo dey be cause Wednesday G-Fast mixer and AFP capsules Daroma and I go so think kunyama na game no be live on Globe TV abenya bi ahwe krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko and afi BEREKUM Chelsea match day 21 outstanding game and ye hwe na afi ye free ho na ya pave way for other games ya kan na afi ye no so free on tin bora ba so bia pharmacy bia drugstore bia cause me pe G-Fast ne bi and ebo panere na bu what ya say na yare bu pa enti se we abrante we ababa wa na wakoti ade bi abrante bi de yare aba besan wo abaya bi de yare bi abesan wa mesra wo se ne no ma wo sa enka G-Fast mixture and AFP capsules na bibia enko kama emfa emam na de chance gonorrhea no ho this time e che bema ya na ehunu ntempa asan se bema de che wa de che kwadwonso ya na hu se o yare bi se about oba se e ba ho so a gi se bema bi na be hu wa den na waka kire se bet na so ache pa ansa na wahu enti mesra wo se ne na bre bia no entana se enka so me oba yimde mi hu yare bi o me hu ansa na wakoto G-Fast da bi abre bia no make sure se o to G-Fast to be fast with them no man anopa ewie numre oba de enka bre bia kwa no eni kwa san ka ma G-Fast scrap a won kra essence ebo wie eyi nka bia firi ho enka ne so ma de na ese mo animonyam no e wo trinwi yi mo sia afiri trinwi akodi ase ho oba sisi ase ho yi ho enka nketenkete bia wa ase ho eno man nketenkete bia afiri ase ho ba no white akofa ade abeso awoso no mesra se nom G-Fast na enyini nyina fa firi ho ma na nya fa hodie obi wo so white de na ye maya de na se sa white ho na ka so ye maya de e ya de na abeso awoso mesra se nom G-Fast na entu ase kra emfa firi so na nya fa hodie eno achi no gonorrhea na wo so syphilis no etu ase kra firi so oba ufafro na sei mesro se nom G-Fast na emmo opa na ade bi ya consider tia wodi nim no enkoyi fanfiri wo mawo na enya ofa hudie eno achi no so no oba on ne kunu kompa so ya wo nko na wote ahankwa na mdo na memfante na ba empa so agudi ho da nkote na woda wote wahu na sa wokote ya wodi na se ya ben no mesro se ne no nom G-Fast na emmo na watenka be sa ba kama mawo woni be ma hia obomu sampa wonu maduru papa de bia meka me se ma mona wasem fragro wahu e ma na wasem fragro hweso ba be ma fra adwuma be duru fie wama na duane adi ahwe wahu wasisi won kama wadware ahwe bibia kama ahwene bodo mewei wagubi eye cheke saa na be atwe be ma na dwen e pa se na ebesi fom oba unya tenka be ma kra medu fi no wada what you sent mesra pa oba make sure say o sa ebeka G-Fast mixture and AFP capsules na emo na waten camera na oni be ma compass wa ya nko na obete no enyin firi ho ma obi woni kunu di mpaso agrowia na enso no asane aba mesero sende num G-Fast na emo na ade bia coincide akosi a wodna no kwan bia no enyin firi ho ma na enya fa wodi ema bia nkoye kama emfa ema we say fabu all the way fabu 2 from Oboy Sala Hafo region we say hi Globe TV good afternoon Atam Mensa is my name watching live and clear inside Buom Brofield Ebenezer Drugstore Kotoko is going to win by 2-1 keep the good work okay we say Kotoko is winning the game hands down from Obimanu Kaswa we say Kotoko good evening it's your boy Yoselo Junior Kotoko win we say Donko Daniel Kotoko win by 2 goals. We say Kwame Adumako Asante Kotoko Sporting Club will surely beat BEREKUM Chelsea this afternoon. Dr. Ike, yes, I'm message in Bibrina one Yamrana for yehu Wednesday and Wednesday. Then Umunusia and then kind of Wednesday no I can't edify game no.
Since 2008-2009 league season on the day Wednesday okay Asante Kotoko en lose to BEREKUM Chelsea since BEREKUM Chelsea by league the day Wednesday Kotoko en lose to BEREKUM Chelsea
okay
and previous 7 meetings out of the 27 meetings you know
okay.
Emu 7 and across the day Wednesday
okay
Kotoko edin kunim 5 okay. Emu 2 and in a draw
okay.
Kotoko as 10 goals and wa consider 3 goals
na say you Wednesday we dey we nko so kra na eno kwa ka bibi
no e hoda asem
no one because Wednesday na masia 5 na Kotoko awe ne masia 7 Kotoko awe ne 5 na 2 air draw wotimi say and Asambalanko.
And on the biggest weapon, Ekura Asante Kotoko. But once the last home game, Berekum Chelsea boy or bought the FC Samates 1996. Since a Samates Eba League, on team for a ball and to Berekum Chelsea net, our Chelsea home ground so that. And Okobiana when Timiso and for ball Antonetta. The next away game, Berekum Chelsea Cobon or qua 1 goal in PM. So Berekum Chelsea qua 1 goal in PM. That is the data. And over the last home game for Berekum Chelsea, Samates score when Timan San Fabo and Cotonet game and they goalless.
And so one goal now next go Obono. Yana a common and I say Kutiano.
Obi Obesebi Edim Kunim.
Oh, okay, now say
Berekum Chelsea a Shebida.
Our
questions are 1 goal.
One goal now, Abian Kunim.
Etiana.
Okay.
Odim Koku.
Okay.
But over data na ma assess no. I'm expecting home win
for Asante Kotoko.
Asante Kotoko bidding Kunim over Berekum Chelsea.
Okay.
Difference of a 2-goal margin.
Okay.
Being a 2-0 win or 2-1. But preferably no me heard Musabe and the 2-0.
Okay.
It's answer over Monday 21. The only time Asante Kotoko host to a sideways in Berekum with the Nkunim 2-0.
Okay.
That was 2002 league season against Berekum Arsenals.
Okay. Mate, I know Mr. Isaac Ampons and Dr. Ike and I watch the facts the facts can't game no records no I can't edify game no na when the first game you cry about besasi nti enche bia be call na Johnny Field now if your game no be come pa enti kwaso ne for message ne bra G-Fast mixture and FP capsules adaroma and I game no eba live on Globe TV wonya bi ebehwe ne kama pa enti no medi ene Osman Haruna yanko na yanko enjoy game no.
This is perhaps the week's biggest fixture. Asante Kotoko. They feel the breath of Gold Stars right behind their necks. There will be no hiding place if they drop points, and they know it. BEREKUM Chelsea played here over the weekend in the FA Cup, and we hope for a similar result. Welcome, wherever you are, to Papa Yara Sports Stadium for the Ghana Premier League Match Day 21 outstanding game. This is really going to be crucial. BEREKUM Chelsea, would they be the team to stop Asante Kotoko from moving to the top of the table? Wherever Pipianico Stars and their players are, they will be following this game with keen interest, hoping that at least BEREKUM Chelsea will do the job for them. Let's quickly go through the lineups for this game. Dr. Prosper Nateogum, the head coach for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, has made few changes from the game that played here in the FA Cup. Frederick Asare keep the post. Justice Play, Samba Onel, Emmanuel Antwi. Saka Dauda has been replaced by Peter Amidu Aqua because he picked a knock during the warm-up sessions. And also Elvis Cheba for Patrick Asiedu, Andrew Sintimanu, Kwame Opoku, Daniel Adrain Ajete, and Michael Sefa. These are the 11 men plying the trade for Asante Kotoko this afternoon. Let's quickly move to the away side. Samuel Boadu decided to make changes in his goalkeeping department compared to the game that played against Bechem United. Gregory Obinsechere has taken the post. Hussein Zakaria, Stephen Amankona, he is back home, and this afternoon we hope to add salt into the wounds of Asante Kotoko. Jonah Atukwe, Frank Opon, Mohamed Saidu, Kennedy Kofi Mensah, Hubert Jau, Vincent Kuluaje, Kwasi Sorotu Batori, and Meshak Afriye. This is indeed a game that everyone across the world would want to have a glare and also a glimpse. A glare of multi-million has been fixed upon this game, and this is what we love to do. This is what we want to see. Emmanuel Antwi is back into the lineup this afternoon. Ayaba Asi Ibrahim will be the center referee this afternoon. The two teams getting to put themselves together. You can say your prayers, do whatever you want to do. I am Robert Konye this afternoon in commentary position alongside my co-commentator Daniel Dangana.
6 points in 10 away games this season for BEREKUM Chelsea, and also 1 win in the last 5 away games. Tells you BEREKUM Chelsea are no good traveler this season. And here at the Baba Sports Stadium, Kotoko in their last 5 home games are yet to taste defeat. It tells you both teams are come with sharp contrast. Let's see whether something magical can happen over here. Stephen Mankuna, 10 goals playing against former team. Let's see whether he can do something magical and something interesting. But both coaches knows themselves very well. You know, Samuel Bodo and also Coach Professor Natogu. Let's see whether these two coaches can give us the best of football. But coming to one form, he can't stop scoring. Let's see whether all these personalities can step up for both teams in terms of, Kumasi Asante Kotoko and BEREKUM Chelsea from that perspective.
Of course, Kwame Poku, the man who just can't stop scoring, is here this afternoon. Frederick Asare saying his prayers. Gregory Obinsechere, the penalty expert, you just cannot beat him with penalties. Two teams getting ready, setting themselves up for what could be a tumultuous encounter. A game that will be full of emotions. Which of these two will take the knock? Will BEREKUM Chelsea hold Asante Kotoko, pull them back, and make sure they do not occupy top spot this afternoon?
Kotoko goal per game ratio is 1.09 as compared to 0.9, where it tells you Kotoko often create a lot of goal scoring opportunities against opponents. So let's see whether they can do it this afternoon against BEREKUM Chelsea.
This is a good turn, Kwame Opoku. He wins a foul. Hubert Joe is the culprit for that incident. Not less than a minute. And Kotoko have already had their first foul this afternoon. Michael Sefa partnering Samba O'Neill, and Dr. Prosper Nateogum was forced to make changes right after the warm-up session. Saka Dauda pulled off with an ankle twist, and therefore Peter Aqua Amidu has taken his place. What a way to make changes. Not too good.
Of course, Saka Dauda, some form this season, if he's not scoring, he's assistant. But again, Peter Amidu Aqua was the darling boy last season for ASANTE Kotoko. This season, he's not getting enough playing time. Maybe this can create a very nice opportunity for him to justify himself why he should be part of the starting 11 often. But having Manuel entry back, that creativity is going to be something very good for Kotoko. Also, Misha Gafuri alongside Hubert, also playing alongside Stephen Mankuna offensively. Kotoko might be tight in defense.
This will certainly be a game where Amankuna want to show a lot. He puts in a cross. Mishaka Free. Not too good. Fans still trooping in. They came here to warm up. O'Neill with a trademark long ball. Chiba force header. Sails right off the pitch. BEREKUM Chelsea will have another throw. Franco Pong taken well. Mankona heads. Justice Blade won the battle over John Atukwe. Mohamed Saidu. BEREKUM Chelsea committing lots of men up front, just hoping they could get an early goal. This is good run from Hubert across. Michael Sefa does well. This is Kulu. Vincent Kuluaji. Chiba for gets Achete. Achete not too fast. Stephen Amankona warming himself into the game. Kotoko knows if they have to win, they need to find a way to put a stop to Stephen Amankona's runs.
Hubert is giving that line splitting passes that BEREKUM Chelsea are expecting, and he's shown that giving spaces he can cause a lot of troubles for Kotoko defense, and he's having a goal this season, and that was against Legon Cities. Interesting player to watch. But again, looking at the strength of Samba O'Neill tells you Mishaka Free must up his game, especially aerial jobs, to dominate.
The first corner of the game for BEREKUM Chelsea. Upon gets behind it. Upon's delivery out by Kwame Poku. Upon gets it back. Way off track.
Kotoko biggest win this season was a 4-1 defeat. Vision FC encountered at the Sports Stadium also. Looking at BEREKUM Chelsea. Their biggest win was 3-1 win over Legon Cities. And that day, Hubert and Co on the score sheet for BEREKUM Chelsea.
Bafo sends the ball back to Achete. ASANTE KOTOKO not quite getting the build up so well, and the fans are beginning to get frustrated here. Upon claiming that is the very position he needs to be to take that ball. Emmanuel Antwi goes down. The man who was once called to the Black Stars, and since his return, things haven't been so rosy for him. Dr. Prosper Natelkum with his technical team, they know they need to get this job done if they want to go to the summit of the table this afternoon.
The pressing scheme from BEREKUM Chelsea is not that intense, so Kotoko often do very well smoothly from the back, and finding players in the channels is something huge that BEREKUM Chelsea must try to coordinate their press very well. 10 goals in 5 games, they've conceded 1, 4 clean sheets for Kotoko in their last 5 home games. It tells you they are in a very fine form at home. Looking at BEREKUM Chelsea, they've won only 1 away game, and that was against Nations. They won by 1-0, and Stephen Ankuna scored the only goal. But since then, they've lost 4 of their last 5 away games. Tells you they are not good travelers. In the last game they played in BEREKUM, it was 1-1. Sheikh Damina scored, and also Zakaria Fuseni restored parity.
Somewhere bored with a man who never loses here. It's always difficult to beat him whenever he gets to this very tough, and he said it's because it's a very nice turf and a good edifice, so he comes here to showcase what he has. That's why he never loses.
Perfect start for Samuel Bodi. Their last 23 games, Kotoko won 12, 6 draws, they've lost 5. Tells you they're having a specific better head-to-head than BEREKUM Chelsea.
Michael Sefa, he played as a right back in their game against Young Apostles in Wenchi. Right after that game, he has been shifted to centre back in the absence of Joseph Ablo, and he's doing quite well alongside Samba Onel. BEREKUM Chelsea's bench have their own opinion about the game, and that's why you saw moments away in your shot. Good display. The ball being put towards Kennedy Ofori Mensah. Good turn, Vincent Kluaje. And Kofi Batori lost it. Emmanuel Antwi. And Peter Amidu Akwa. Not quite himself in this game, probably because he wasn't mentally prepared, and also he may have lacked a bit of the warm-up, you know.
Of course, but you know, playing for a top team like Kotoko, you must be prepared. But you know, he's too young, and you must pardon him for struggling to warm himself up early in the game. But that's not an excuse. This is itself, he's in a very, on and off form. But he should have done better from that perspective.
Another corner for BEREKUM Chelsea. And the man from BEREKUM, Hope to pull Kotoko back. Upon Seydou gets to it. Mankuna went in, but the clearance was quite swift. Justice Blade, the midfield sensation.
Today he's more deep in defense than attack. In team men also not showing that offensive threat. Maybe the presence of Melo and Chi is limiting their offensive movement.
Entry offers a lot when it comes to creativity, so perhaps you don't need enough numbers. BEREKUM Chelsea. Atukwe. Meshaka Free. Justice Blade with a pass towards Peter Amidu. Amidu has lost it once again, and this time he managed to win a throw. Amidu, not just himself this afternoon.
Peter Amidu Akwa. They must stay calm. He's still young and he was called upon to the heat. And it will take a bit more time for him to adapt and adjust to the game.
Timeno. With that foul and very good position.
That was a perfect dummy. But the timing for the tackle was so good, but it was harsh. Twelve home games, 9 wins. They drew 1, they lost 2.
Daniel Ajete takes Justice Blade flex but a block. Lot of men in red shirt in the half of BEREKUM Chelsea.
Patrick Asedu playing against his former team. And you can see that fire in his eyes. Ensuring the left back will be safe for Kotoko. And such set pieces can be dangerous for BEREKUM Chelsea. Mankuna yet to have a lot of balls to his feet to show what he's capable of doing. Switching position with Meshaka Free offensively. At this point, Gregory Sachere should be away in post because these two boys can shoot from distance.
That shot was just across the face of goal. Gregory Obin Sachere will be a happy man. This could have troubled him if he was on target. Kotoko concedes a throw. Just 14 minutes into this game. None of the teams have created any overwhelming opportunities on goal.
The last 5 meetings between these two teams, 2 wins for BEREKUM Chelsea, 2 wins for Kotoko, and 1 draw. But last 3 visits to this venue for BEREKUM Chelsea, they've won 2, they lost 1. Tells you in their last 3 they haven't perfect record yet, but the fact is that they are just not good travelers this season.
Bar 4. Samuel Boadu, a man who won here in the FA Cup over the weekend. In that game, it was Emmanuel Adu in post, but this time Gregory Obin-Sechere is back. And he has taken his post. Mountain is so well for Berekum Chelsea this afternoon. He's yet to be tested though. Let's hope things go in his favor.
He's not protected enough in post. So it's considered a lot of goals that should be prevented. Gregory Obin-Sechere.
Sechere with a long ball. And that touch from Mishak to Amankona. It nearly was a replica of what happened over the weekend when they faced BEREKUM United. That goal they scored, it was a touch from Jonah Tukwe, and Amankona made no mistake. This time it was from Mishak Afriye.
Just time, look at his runs and his pace in the defenders, and that would have been something interesting from that perspective if he wasn't offside.
Vincent Kluaje. Just twisting and turning within the middle. Berekum Chelsea, they haven't given much away, despite the fact that they are playing as they are waiting.
Of course, and the defensive structure is something so very good. Kotoko are not pricing high because of the energy level of Poku, but you can see that easiness whenever Berekum Chelsea are pulling from the back. The midfield is keenly contested. In Team Menu showing that presence alongside Justice Blay.
Justice Blay. Bar 4. This will be an over 10. Jonah Tukwe. Mishak failed to get hold of it. Asante Kotoko. We'll get the over 10. Amidu Akwa. Tried across. And a corner has been won by Asante Kotoko. Prosper Teokum telling Anchi need to push forward. Patrick Asiedi, the set piece expert for Kotoko this season. Amidu Akwa, relief for Samuel Boadu and its men. Franco Pont. Would be a quick launch of an attack? It could be. It just could be. And Mishak Afriye. Emmanuel Antwi, the first to be booked in this game.
Mishak Afriye was in an advantageous position to progress the ball, and he was carrying the ball very well. Before that, interruption from Emmanuel Antwi, but many thought it was harsh from the referee. Watch it closely, perfect move, and he was totally impeded on the way by Emmanuel Antwi. think the left side of attack is not effective for Kotoko. Peter Amidu Akwa is not yet in the game, not yet on his element.
Meshaka free. Peter Amidu nearly tried the trivela. And Vincent Kluaje will be the next man to go into the ref's books.
Vincent Ajay has been sensational. Delight to watch. Very, very deadly whenever he's having the ball, and his progressive carries something so unique. That was a perfect move from Amidu Akwa. And the second opportunity was good, but it was brought down.
Another corner for ASANTE KOTOKO. Mishak and Justice Blade. They just have to settle it themselves over there. And I think they've done just that.
Chelsea have considered more than one goal in their last 4 away games. So it tells you when they're losing, they lose by 2-goal margin. And that is something they must try to correct. They concede 0.91 goal per game.
Freest corner. Patrick Asiedu. Prosper Ogu, who was forced to make changes right before the game. Peter Amidu. Kwame Opoku, good defending from BEREKUM Chelsea. And Stephen Amankona getting back into the box in frustration.
The first touch from Kwame Opoku was good, but that was a timely intervention from defenders of BEREKUM Chelsea. Kwame Opoku, a fear factor alone, something so good for Kotoko.
Daniel Achete can they speed it, and the header goes. And Prosper Ogum knows this would have been their moment. But again, very good defense from BEREKUM Chelsea. Achete gets back to it, ready to bring it on again. Gregory Obinsechere this time claims. And BEREKUM Chelsea will have the opportunity to set another attack up and hope it becomes fruitful. Mishaka free gets to Jonah Tukwe. And that pass to Mishak was not the best. Jonah Atukwe, he played for likes of Legon Cities. He really made a mark there, and this time he's with the BEREKUM base club.
BEREKUM Chelsea are more or less a feeder club to ASANTE KOTOKO. Whenever they need quality, they always go searching for players within the roster of BEREKUM Chelsea. They've got Henry Ansu, Lord Amwa, Patrick Asedu, all from BEREKUM Chelsea.
Zakaria Mankona gets the touch. Meshak goes again. Samuel Boadu disagrees, and you just saw him reacting. Perhaps that is all he can do for now.
I think Peter Amidu is being fed well, especially from this moment, but he's yet to make something out of the balls he's been fed with.
Samuel Boadu is obviously not a happy man. Perhaps with his players or some other factors.
The rate at which BEREKUM Chelsea are conceding set pieces, I think they should be cautious, because having Samba or Nel Justice play, coming Poku all in the box, these are players that can dominate the area balls very well.
Achete brings another one in. Michael Sefa. He knows that wasn't the best. You just can see the frustrations in his face.
That was a perfect delivery from Ajiti. But, it was more or less uncontested area ball.
Upon trying to keep the ball, he wicks away. Powerful. This is Misha. Still contested. Juna. Atukwe. And BEREKUM Chelsea thought they had a throw, but the referee says otherwise. The ball to be brought back.
The last time BEREKUM Chelsea played against Kotoko, that was last season when Kotoko played at home side. Stephen Mukwala scored the only goal for Kumasi Sunday Kotoko, assisted by Isaac Opon. He scored against Gold Stars, Mediama Vision. He scored 2 goals. He scored against Legon City and Samatics. He's just on form.
Of course he is. And he's hoping to replicate that this afternoon. Especially playing on his favorite turf.
Mankun also got his first career hat-trick this season. That was against Accra Lions. He scored 3 goals in BEREKUM. What a season for Stephen Mankuna.
Prosper Natogu. Achete goes back to Sefa. O'Neill. Justice receives it. Sends it back. Meshach on Achete. Klua J. Gets to a man corner. And the goal kick. Samuel Boadu saying, look, Amankona, just get yourself together and let's go.
I think they must focus on being themselves and being organized and focus on the referee decisions. The complaints can never change the laws. Some perfect man marking from BEREKUM Chelsea, especially tracking Patrick Asedu and Marouane Chi in between the lines.
Achete, Zakaria gets it out. Atukwe. Jonah. Aqua. Anchi. Against Kwesi Soroto. And Koroko will take it quickly. Sedu gets another. showing presence.
Samuel Bodu, very direct coach in terms of setting up his team. Attacking minded. But he's there to create dangerous chances, especially his key men, Atukwe and also Amankuna.
Kotoko seem to have put Amankona off.
I think he's not been kept quiet. I think he's not been fed a lot of balls. Because for him and the quality he portrays, he is deadly.
Pin Setre out with a save. Kwame Opoku was already offside, but Pin Setre did so well to come out to claim that ball.
Top scorers for Berekum Chelsea, you get Amankuna with 10 goals. Emmanuel Sapon with 4. Aframe Meshak with 2. And Zakaria Hussein with 1. Also, Albert Amos still leading Kotoko scoring chat with 7. Kwame Opoku with 6. And still counting.
Some miscommunication of headers. And Stephen Amankona decided to go for that straight shot upon Vincent Klu Ajay. Upon Kessel again, he puts in a cross. And Samba O'Neill still doing the defensive works. And Peter Amidu wins a foul.
It's obvious that both teams are lacking real creators, especially from the midfield. And the long balls are being served better.
Very good defending from Seidu. Continues and has given it away. Mohamed Seidu. He did so well in recovering that ball, but there was no purpose in what he tried to do.
Samba one of the best long passes for Kotoko.
I think he's the best. This is Mishak put in for Stephen Amankona. The first time there is 1v1 and Amankona shoots. And he wins the corner. Just what you should be expecting.
In fact, a typical wide forward. Whenever he's cutting inside from the left into his favorite right foot, he's very deadly. 13 goals world competition for Stephen Amankona. You can see the agency anytime he's having the ball. The defenders of Kotoko always trying to be aware of every action of Stephen Amankona.
Another corner. Still on Amankona. Last season he scored 19 goals. And this season he already has 10. 29 in the last 2 seasons. This could be it. Mishak was offside. By the way, a brilliant save from Frederick Asari. Saka Dauda. Dr. Prosper Natogu is saying no. This is not how it is done.
That was that offside incident.
Nice defense from Kennedy for Sumensa. Jonathan Samba O'Neil seemed to be everywhere in that defense.
Especially how he defend the wide zones for Patrick Asedu to join attack.
Vincent Kuluaje, Hubert Joe, Berekum Chelsea have a very good midfield this afternoon. "40 minutes and it's still goalless here at the Papayara Sports Stadium. Who is going to get the 3 points? The Pianico Stars have already leapfrogged Asante Kotoko. Up there with 44 points. Asante Kotoko second with 42. Peter Amidu. Another feeble ball from Peter Amidu Aqua. Just a young chap.
Last season, he scored 4 goals for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but this season he's yet to find his rhythm. And he is still a lad. The rate at which they are demanding results from Peter Amidu, it might even damp his spirit further. Don't forget, Saka was just changed for him to come in because of injury.
This is a big club, man. You
Of course,
need
but
to deliver.
I know, obviously, but in some way it takes away the developing stages of such young lads. But I can never say, because the game is all about results, and big teams demand a lot from big players. Just a potential, you know.
Achete. Gets back to Michael Safer. Blake. Asiedu. Aqua. Asiedu. This is Anchi. Good dummy. Straight to the head of Amankona. And he pushes it out for a throw.
Amankuna is not having or not getting the supplies needed.
Probably the credit should be given to Kotoko because they seem to have cut every channel of supply towards the left side, making it very difficult for Amankona to get the balls. And somehow now
He won the MVP against Basilica Holy Stars, and he's just outstanding.
frustrated fans. When you play for these top teams, you always need to make sure the result is intact. That is all the fans demand.
The last game in Berekum, as early as the 3rd minute, Chejamna scored the opener. Inosu Zakaria Hussein around the 62nd minute. Restored parity for Berekum Chelsea, but as of the 43rd minute, it's still goalless. Tactically, both coaches are on top. Very disciplined defense. The midfield is keenly contested. But after some early threats, Hubert is missing. Timani taking over gradually alongside Justice Blake. With Patrick Asedu being used offensively to float around and give 1-2 passes for the likes of Manuel Enchi. But Peter Amidu being fed a lot of times, but yet to make something good from the supplies.
Achete. Wasting too much time on the ball, isn't he?
Of course, it hampers the runs. The offensive players, especially reading the opening back line.
Amankona was trying to get a space in behind. Good block. Bad for Achete. Mohamed Saidu with a header out. And Misaka free.
Jonah Tukwe is a bit missing. Especially that kind of support he's supposed to offer for the likes of Amankuna. Some miscommunication between Hubert, Jawu and Stephen Amankuna.
Mankona puts in one for Jonah Tukwe. And somehow now did well to draw that foul. Samba Onel, so good of a defender.
Of course, a typical modern class version of a centre back. He can offer aggression, he can play smoothly, he can progress very well, he can also play a lot of long balls, he can anticipate very well and take responsibilities in defense for Kotoko. What a player they've got.
If he in the next 2-3 seasons, perhaps you should be saying your goodbyes, because he may not be here for long. And Mankona doing so well, taking on Justice play, pass towards Jonah Atukwe. Atukwe lays it to the right. 1 minute of additional time for Rimensa. Meshaka free. Chelsea gathering momentum. Kulua J. Amankona puts in that cross. And the whistle goes for halftime. 45 minutes and 1 additional minute. And Prosper Nate Ogum knows he needs to get better in the second. Goalless in the first half. Nothing to show for the performance of the two teams. Emmanuel Antwi dejected. Not really himself. Stephen Amankona and Prosper Nate Ogum taking the lead to the locker room. Let's hope the second half gives us more goals.
Of course, very, very tough first half for both sides. Stephen Mankuna not been fared very well in the first half, but also Peter Miduapa wasted some chances, which he should have been doing better. But I believe the second half, both coaches are going to come back good and give us the best of everything.
They need to, because that is what the fans are expecting. We will be back with the second half. in the first half. And the second should give goals, at least. A goal will be enough for a number of fans who have trooped into the stadium to have a glimpse of this crucial encounter. Lot of tussles in the first half, nothing to show. The second should be technical team of BEREKUM Chelsea. They know they need to be on their toes.
Kotoko attempt as a first half scoring team, but they failed to score. Let's see whether they can do something in the second half. In their last game against Basaka, they scored as early as the 15th minute. Can't get to see Samuel Tinedu. BEREKUM Chelsea often love scoring late goals. In the last game they played in BEREKUM against Kotoko, they scored around the 80th plus minutes from Zakaria Fuseni. Maybe they have some magical instinct. In the second half also, Ndai Ames.
Header out. And Team Menu, good damn it. Ajete puts in a cross. Vincent Ajay. Already on a yellow card. You should be careful.
That was intentional, and you can't just be harsh and award this as a direct intentional handball. But just like we said, he must be very cautious because getting the second booking will be disastrous. The weather is now conducive for association football, but there might be a downpour, which we all are hoping to see.
Stephen Amankona saying the ball needs to be brought back, but there will be no time for his complaints. And so Team Menu blasts, and it gets into the way of Patrick Asiedu and Gregory Obinsechere. Good goalkeeping. So far, no obvious errors from him, and he's been solid.
At this point, the question is, which team is having a very good bench that can change the game? Kotoko, they have the likes of Babaya still on their bench, and also Emmanuel Sapon for BEREKUM Chelsea, who is having 4 goals.
In terms of having a good bench, Asante Kotoko can boast of Albert Amowa, Baba Yaya, Samuel Tinedu. These are all game-changing players. Amankona, the rejected stone is back on the block. Can he be the one to patch Kotoko back in their quest to move to the summit of the table? Emmanuel Anchi.
His days at Great Olympics, he was one of the best. Babaya warming up. Maybe might come in for Emmanuel Anchi.
Of course, that will be the like-for-like substitution. But Coach Ogum may decide to opt for more creativity. So he could pull Cheba 4 off. And then have 2 typical number 10s just to create. Amidu tried to draw that foul, but the referee had no time for that. A throw given away. And down at the edge. Vincent Ajay.
Vincent is a very good player on the ball, and he never panics anytime he's being pressed. It shows the quality within Vincent Ajay.
Vincent Ajay goes down to Stephen Amankona. Mankona puts in that cross, but so feeble. And Samba will now got onto it. Asante Kotoko trying to initiate from the back. And Tim, good ball from Barfour. Up well into the game, and he's now one of the main channels of attack for Asante Kotoko.
At this point, that player can try to score from this perspective, or maybe it can be a 50-50 ball for the attackers to contest.
Would this be a Jetty's ball? That results to a corner. Asante Kotoko they now have some good set piece takers, Ajete and Patrick Asiedu. Blake with a weak shot. Switch of play. That was very brilliant from his team. Stephen Amankona was just right in that space, waiting for the ball to drop.
That would have been disastrous. Kotoko are trying to pounce on the heat of the moment to get their first goal, but BEREKUM Chelsea are managing the dangerous situations very well. A lot of men just behind the ball. For BEREKUM Chelsea, they are now trying to conserve the first hit and hoping for their moment. And just one ball to Amankona, things will be different over here.
And perhaps another 2 Kwame Poku could also change things for Asante Kotoko. Just that he hasn't been himself in this game. Not enough supplies. This is Samidu. Intim gets it back. Kwame Poku. This is dangerous for BEREKUM Chelsea. And the referee says no penalty. Samuel Boadu laughing and clapping.
He's amazed about the reaction from the fans.
so close.
Albert Amwa and Babayaya. Cheba 4 is being sacked, and also Emmanuel Anchi. I think this is more or less a like for like because Babayaya taking. There's a lot of Emmanuel Anchi. It's perfect. Cheba 4 not in a good form this afternoon. Replaced by another striker. So now Kotoko will be playing with two of their top scorers up front. Talk about Albert, who's having 7 and coming up with 6 goals.
This is Albert. The first shot. And this is what you get from Albert. Always at the right place at the right time. And in this case, the execution was not perfect.
Kotoko are trying to up their pressing, and it's making things difficult for BEREKUM Chelsea to have more time of the ball in progress. But again, Vincent Ajay is just incredible. His awareness when he's having the ball and also whenever he's tracking runners. His energy alone is something special for BEREKUM Chelsea.
Both teams having solid defense.
Patrick Asedu played close to 3 seasons for BEREKUM Chelsea before joining ASANTE Kotoko, and he's already having his career high in goals. 2 goals for the young guy.
Samba now. Ball towards Patrick Asiedu. The cross comes in, and Kwame Opoku. This is in team. Frustrations in the stands. And in team is disappointed.
That was glorious. Just watch that. He should have done better.
Header by team. This is Baba. And this is Sekoroko. Can Amidu bury it? Good block. It's still Amidu. Samba Onel. Justice Blake. Tusu Baba Yaya. Out for Ajete. And Yaya shoots. Kotoko putting pressure. They just will not let it slide. Ajete. And Kwame Opoku.
The pressure is good. But when you fail to conjure something from this pressure, it's definitely going to turn against you. And BEREKUM Chelsea are managing to stay ahead despite the pressure from Kotoko. Getting a lot of numbers in defense. But again, Kotoko are playing with all their blood.
The substitutions seem to have given Kotoko some bit of strength. There is a player each from both teams on the turf. BEREKUM Chelsea. Mishaka Free back up, but a multi-million question will be, can he continue the game? Right on the hour mark, he's still goalless.
Kotoko in their last 5 home games, they won 2-0 over the Bendigo Stars, 4-1 over Vision, 1-0 over Karela, defeated Legon City by 2-0, and they added Basake to it, making it 5 out of 5 in their last 5 home games. They've scored 10, they've conceded only 1, 4 clean sheets at home, their last 5. Very good form for Kotoko, but this time it is against one of the best sides and one of the best coaches in Samuel Buadu. And it is a game both coaches are aware of every action because these coaches knows themselves very well.
The throw to be retaken this time. It will be for Asante Kotoko. Justice Michael Sefa Ajeti, not the best of crosses. At this point, calm is needed on the part of Asante Kotoko.
I think apart from Patrick Asedu, who is a perfect attacking-minded fullback, even Lord Amwa isn't that effective offensively. Najete is not showing some good promises offensively.
Brought through for Mankona, and Samba Onel was there. More brains being put together. Albert Seidu, Kennedy Kofi Mensah, Stephen Amankona. Push it up. Kofi Mensah, Stephen Amankona up against Patrick Asiedu.
Some brilliant play from BEREKUM Chelsea. And Amankona is just trying to come up in the second half.
Jonah Atukwe being taken off.
Jonah isn't effective this afternoon. His days at Legon City was troublesome winger.
And now Flavian Kwasi Kongoza. has been introduced.
Kongosa, he started from Liberty Professionals to Indiana Stars 2 seasons to BEREKUM Chelsea. Kongosa, interesting name.
Zakaria. Vincent Ache. Good midfielder. Amankona. Up for Ache. And he forces his way through. Gets to Amankona again. Up against O'Neill. Kongosa shoots.
Kongosa, 28 years, some of the experienced players who can get within BEREKUM Chelsea. Their roster. Alongside Amankuna, who is 27. Who bet yet to add that creativity needed. Maybe Emmanuel Sapon, who is having 4 goals for BEREKUM Chelsea, can come in and do something.
That is a good turn. Kongosa. Sedu. Mankona. Good control. Just still. Mankona goes down. And the throw is up for BEREKUM Chelsea to take.
The reason why Patrick Asedu is giving close marking to Amankuna, they've played as teammates before, so he knows the moves, the tricks of Stephen Amankuna. But let's see who's going to have the advantage moving forward.
Ball to Mensah. Good play. Mensah lost it. This is Hamidu. Kongosa gets the touch and it goes out for a throw. It's already pouring down here. And you can feel it wherever you are.
I quite remember Medium against Indiana Stars in Doma. When it started pouring, the magic of Indiana Stars started. That drama. They equalized only 2 goals and was hoping for the 3rd goal, but eventually the game couldn't continue. Can Kotoko take advantage of this moment?
At this point, so many injuries can be recorded. Good display from Hubert Jau. Kongosa. Vincent Kulu. Amankona. Could this be the chance? Stephen Amankona. Amankona blasted.
That was so close, and that was a perfect destructive play from Patrick Asedu.
Peter Amidu. Aqua. Kwame Poku. Down to Babayaya. Could this be the moment? Blasted into the stands.
I think Babayaya must improve upon his shot selection. Anytime he gets closer to the 18-yard box, his decision making is always poor. But it's all about Vincent Tajay in midfield, alongside Hubert Joe. These two are incredible. These two are adding thickness in midfield, taking the shine off in team main and Justice Blake. And the whole play, the confidence when they have the ball, it's just outstanding.
Blake. Kwame Opoku. Kongosa.
I think Kongosa is adding some defensive bite to his game. And the freshness in terms of energy is helping BEREKUM Chelsea in defense. Albert Amwa, after coming in, wasted 2 glorious opportunities, and now he's gone missing. Also, Babayaya yet to fill the shoes of Emmanuel Anchi. Maybe Tinedu will be needed for his long drives and press resistance ability. He's warming up. Let's see.
Justice play off for Samuel Tinedu. Stephen Amankona gives him the handshake.
Tinedu scored against Basake. Maybe he can be the eye of the needle. Justice play. You see, he's draining energy, especially at this twilight part.
This is football, you know. Justice play in your shot. Already about to consume a full bottle.
Of course, it's not easy running up and down consistently, and especially against energetic midfielders like Hubert and Vincent Ajay. No wonder he's trying to hydrate his body.
Kennedy Kofi Mensah has a knock in his face. Patrick Asiedu causing problems on the left side for the BEREKUM base club. Onel Tinedu already doing his trademark passing. Really showing how good of a passer he is. Aqua corner.
I think Peter Amidu is now up to his capabilities. Difficult to close down when he's taking off.
Patrick Asiedu. Tinedu gets it at the edge, just as he did against Basake, but this one failed. Who gets to it? Frederick Asare. And he gets to him. Kwame Opoku. Kongosa. That will be a corner for Asante Kotoko. Ajete right there to deal with it. Asiedu. This is Ajete. Ajete blasted in. And Ajete has finally found it. The goal they so much wanted. The goal they so much desired. It has finally arrived. And Daniel Adrian Ajete, brilliant strike. And Kotoko they lead. And Bedlam among the fans. Everyone is excited here.
The goal keeps coming. And this young man just struck the ball at the right time. He took off to the Mankuna and he was allowed with a lot of spaces and made a mistake. That was a short corner taken, and Patrick Asedu took off, and that belter, same power, same accuracy, just like the one they scored against Basake. But this time Ajete, that was brilliant.
Samuel Boadu, of course, will not be happy to have held the game up to the 73rd minute. He believes something should have been done about that goal. Amidu set up. Good defense. And the fans are now rightly and solidly behind the team.
Of course, the home support is really affecting the game, influencing it in Kotoko's advantage. Is it going to be another defeat for BEREKUM Chelsea? They've won only one in their last 5, and that was against Nations FC. But don't forget the last game in BEREKUM, you know, Kotoko scored the first goal, but they bottled it. But the last time BEREKUM Chelsea visited here, it was Steven Mukwala who scored the only goal, and BEREKUM Chelsea lost by a goal. Maybe a repeat, or maybe something can still happen.
15 more minutes to defend, and 15 minutes for BEREKUM Chelsea to get the equalizer. On now goes to Asare. Ball taken quite quick. Stephen Amankona. And the flag was up. And that smile from Stephen Amankona. Vincent Mensah. Vincent very good on the ball.
What a midfielder, Vincent Ajay. Just so deadly.
Kanopon get a good delivery. He puts it in. Peter Amidu. And it will still be taken up. And Albert Amoa failed to get onto it.
The fans are agitated. Can they make it 6 out of 6 in their last 6 home games? That's a question for Kotoko. That is home support, trying to intimidate every action on the field.
Wherever you are, you just will be enjoying this game. Asante Kotoko.
They've marked each other's out very well throughout the entire duration, and no wonder iron indeed sharpens iron.
Zakaria, good switch to the left. Upon through ball there, and Hubert Joe. That was a perfect run from Hubert.
Of course, he's one intelligent player that Kotoko must keep an eye on.
Vincent Kuluaje already on a yellow card. Will be shipped off for Isifu Mohammed. A long throw. Samba Unel gets his head to it. Vincent Kuluaje.
Of course, he's incredible. I think at this point, Meshach should know the agency within every ball than to let go that feeble ball.
Of course, this is not the time for showboating. Tinedu. Amankona. The good one, Isifu. Ball goes out. Less than 10 minutes to end proceedings. And BEREKUM Chelsea. Would it be another away defeat for them? Asante Kotoko. Is it going to be another home victory?
And let's not forget they've conceded only one goal in their last 5 home games prior to this one, and they are looking promising in defense, led by Samba Onel Dulbani.
Gilbani Ndonkani Onel Samba. Asiedu. That ball was for Aqua. And every single ball, you can feel the frustrations from the fans. And when it's a good one, you feel the excitement. Despite the rain, still hearing their numbers just to give that support.
Less than 9 minutes to protect your lead, and for BEREKUM Chelsea to draw something magical from moment.
This was a ball for in and upon straight to the arms of Frederick Asare.
The game is now open for every attacking action. BEREKUM Chelsea
Tinedu gets it back after that error. Getting himself so well. And the Gregory of being such a was out to narrow the situation. But the flag went up already. Misak intercepted by Papa Abetamoa, an epitome of strength and power. This time he has been defeated. Flavian Pongosa.
I think he's so soft against the likes of Sambo Nel.
He's missing in the game, especially at the later stages. Meshaka free. Foul given. Prosperity Ogum not happy at all.
They can't afford to drop points because the Go Stars are already trying to take their position at the top. This win is going to have a lot of impact on the league table.
Kongosa Isifu upon to the far left.
I can see Mano Sapong with 4 goals warming up.
At this point, you just have no option. You just cannot help but to throw more men up front. Kongosa Mesha Kongosa gets it. Amankona knowing really well who was offside.
I think BEREKUM Chelsea's players should also try shooting at goal than always looking for Steven Amankona.
Kwesi Sorutu Batori. It's off for Marvin Owusu. Also Hubert Joe. Being taken off to be replaced by Emmanuel Sapon.
Emmanuel Sapon is having 4 goals for BEREKUM Chelsea.
Albert Amoa again being taken off. He came from an injury not quite long ago. Prosper Ogum so wild. He's so agitated.
Let's hope Albert can be back because he's been consistent.
Emmanuel Sapon. Baba Yaya with a ball to Kwame Poku. No issues there. And that will be a corner for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Perfect ball for Kotoko and he moved very well, but the tackling was timely. Kotoko were hoping for a penalty, but it was no giving. Now corner kick. Albert Amoa couldn't get a perfect touch to the ball. Gregoire Obesachre trying to recycle play as quick as possible. BEREKUM Chelsea control the midfield. Good ball to Emmanuel Sapon. Perfect timely by. Amankuna on the chase. Timely clearance from Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Daniel Ajete. Clearance lines very well. The clock's ticking. Good ball. Nearly. Five additional minutes to be played. 5 minutes for Kotoko to protect their lead and also BEREKUM Chelsea to restore parity. Their last game they scored in BEREKUM at the last MS. Good ball. Now this is Peter Amidu-Aqua. Sends long ball. Timely clearance. Zakaria Fuseni. Attacking through in for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. BEREKUM Chelsea are not good travelers. That is emphatic. And they are bottling everything up here. Throw in for Kotoko to defend. Coach Samuel Bodu. The entire bench of Kotoko. Now this is BEREKUM Chelsea. Franco Pong. Perfect ball to Emmanuel Sapon. But Patrick Asedu was there to rescue the situation. Frederick Asare. Not under pressure at all to recycle play. A long ball in. Now BEREKUM Chelsea. Can they put their passes together? Now Amankuna. Perfect clearance. Free kick in favor of BEREKUM Chelsea. And Coach Samuel Bodu would not be a happy man. Babaya defended very well. Albert Amua, can you go? So, Albert Amua. Albert. Perfect drive. This is Kongoza. Beautiful 10. Emmanuel Sapon. Patrick Asedu was there. And Peter Amidu-Aqua finally defended the situation for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Fravin Kongoza. Perfect long pass. Out of play. Throw in. For BEREKUM Chelsea to defend. The bench of Kotoko in anxiety. They can't wait for the final whistle. We've done almost 3 of the 5 minutes added. And Timenu flicked. Now this is Albert Amua. Back to Tinedu, a long pass. Konkopoku chase. Timely header from Zakaria Fuseni. Still Kotoko. Albert Amua. Tinedu pass to Babaya, back to Tinedu. Perfect 1-2 play. Can Babaya go? A free kick for Kotoko. And it's advantageous in Doma Patrick Asedu scored from such free kick moment. And can they convert from here? This is a perfect position for Patrick Asedu. He's having fire within every shot he created in this game, and he can convert something from here. The last time BEREKUM Chelsea came here, it was Steve the same who scored the only goal for Kotoko. It was assisted by Isaac Opong-Nema. Kwame Poku out of play. Ball taken quickly. Brief control. Emmanuel Sapon. Now Timeno on the move. Peter Amidu. Pass to Kwame Poku. Can you do something? Beautiful. Albert showing a lot of strength and energy. Stephen Amankuna, can this be the last laugh? Amankuna on the move. Stephen Amankuna. Stephen, and that was timely by Tinedu. Perfect defensive work by Samuel Tinedu. And the time is up. Any man from now, the center referee will be ending proceedings. And there it goes. It's all over, and Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO yet to be beaten at home in their last 6 home games. But they've snatched 4 points against BEREKUM Chelsea. And Coach Prof. Ogum will definitely be a happy man. They'll be taking their top spot from BBN Gold Stars. The players fought. BEREKUM Chelsea defended to their last. But eventually that belter created the difference. It's all over here. Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO 1, BEREKUM Chelsea 0.
So the game is finally over here, and it was 1-0 for Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO. Coach, defeat here for you in BEREKUM Chelsea. Your take on the game?
Yeah, it's a game. There's nothing else to do. So it's a game. Sometimes you can win, sometimes you take it in a good place.
What do you think your guys didn't get well here?
Perfectly. I don't want to talk. If body talk, they go find him. So I don't want to talk. They did well. Let's keep on. Let's keep on. Let's keep on doing this. Let's keep on playing like this. Good. Good thing will come.
Thank you, Coach. That was Coach Samuel Bodu. He believes that if he speaks, he's going to be fined, and so he prefers to be quiet. And that was their coach for BEREKUM Chelsea. They lost the game by 1-0 to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That goal from Ajete, it was a thunderbolt, a strike, and finally they managed to get the goal. And very soon, Coach Prosper Nate Ogum will join me for us to also have his take on the game and how he saw things. It was a KG game, KG encounter. Not a lot of chances created in the game, but finally they got it, and that meant Kumasi Asante Kotoko will have the 3 points. They have managed to leapfrog the BNE Gold Stars and also get themselves onto the summit of the table. And that was, of course, what they expected to have. But BEREKUM Chelsea, the